Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Positively Platinum, and this week on Thoughtful Thursday, I kind of want to talk about something a little bit more serious, but not too serious, just a little serious. Rejection and the fear of rejection, because it's kind of been a big barrier, I feel like, in my life, and I kind of just wanted to talk about it and get it off my chest. So rejection plays so many different courses in our lives, and the fear of it is what holds a lot of us back. Instead of being confident enough in yourself, and instead of fulfilling this love of whatever it is that you want to do or talk to, whom you want to talk to, and it may not even necessarily be a fear of rejection. It could be just fear of vulnerability, which I definitely have the fear of vulnerability. I don't like to be vulnerable. When it comes to myself being criticized or not loved, I don't like it. I hate feeling vulnerable. I do live, blah, blah, blah. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. But, so there's different levels of vulnerability and rejection in which I feel like people experience this fear. First thing is obviously love. Like, people have this fear of being rejected via love. It's what's the word I'm thinking? It's an understandable fear. It's definitely an understandable fear to actually approach somebody and ask them if they like you back. Another one is getting a job. When you first apply for a couple jobs, you think, I'm gonna get rejected, like it's not a big deal. But after a while, it becomes very heart-wrenching. And I feel like anybody who's been searching for a job and couldn't get a job understands this level of rejection that is just so demoralizing, just utterly, it's a terrible feeling, because it just feels like you just feel unworthy and unwanted. And I feel like that's the same thing that you'd get when you tell somebody they love you and they don't love you back. Not fun. It's not fun. And the last one that I thought was very prominent within, rejection and the fear of rejection, because I can talk very well. What was it? Oh, and just relationships in general, as far as friendships and wanting to feel included within certain groups, in other cliques, or whatever it is that you're wanting to do, and to feel rejected in that aspect is just really, really sad. It's so sad. This is gonna be a sad episode. Sorry. They're just very scary and not very fun to deal with. And it's an interesting roller coaster that you go on when you experience fear of rejection, or just rejection in general. You own up this much of whatever it is that you have. You're like, okay, I'm at this particular level. You think you're here. You think you're right here. And then so you get to the point when you're like, okay, I need to share this. I need to express myself. And so you get all nervous and you get worked up. You go up this hill and you truck up it because you got to get the courage to be able to tell somebody. You finally get to the very tippity top of the hill and you're like, okay, I think I'm ready. I think this is the best that I can do as of right now, as of this level of which I almost choked on my spit, of which I have been able to acquire. You share it and you get rejected. And the first rejection that you ever get is the worst. It is the most terrible, heart-wrenching, heart-crushing thing that could ever happen, because you feel like you've done everything that you could of which this point, and to be told no, or to be told that you're not good enough, sucks. And it hurts. It hurts so bad. And it's like you fall down into this pit. At the point which you thought you started, you start again. If you were to get back up and get back on the train, or whatever, not the train in this case, you're gonna go up a hill. Can't even get my analogy straight. You start lower than at which you thought that you had actually started. You fall further than you started. And you just feel so worthless and useless. Nobody is at that point. Like, if you gave it all you could and you went out there and you tried and you did the best that you could at the starting point where you didn't even know what to expect, and to just be told that it's not good enough, it's a terrible feeling. And I think that is where that fear of being rejected comes from. I feel like the first time you ever are rejected is with love. With love. Oh, I feel the pain. I feel the pain. It scars you, and I feel like it just rips and it cuts you open, and you have to like sew yourself back together. You just remember the pain. Anytime you want to try again, it just becomes harder for something brand new. But the cool thing that I find is that you get to that point where you started again, and I feel like you start to rejuvenate yourself. You start to revitalize your own life and your own skills and your own love, or whatever it is that you felt you were rejected with. And you're like, you know, I can do this. I don't need that guy. I don't need that girl. I don't need that person. I can do this on my own. And so you go up the hill and you get to the very, very top again. And then you're like, okay, I'm gonna share this again. I'm gonna give it my go, and I'm gonna try for a second time of the same thing. Obviously, if you start from something different, then it's gonna hurt too. But for the second time, you go, like if it's love, for example, it doesn't hurt as bad to get rejected because you remember what it felt like. So you're anticipating that, and you are closing yourself just a little bit. Just a little bit. You don't fall nearly as far. You may even just only fall to the point at which you started. Still, that's it. That was a little intense. Kind of hurt my leg. No. Where was I going? And eventually though, if you keep getting back up that hill, eventually you're gonna jump off and you're gonna fly. And if you don't let anybody stop you from soaring, if you just keep going to the top of the hill and jumping and trying and risking it, you will succeed. You'll make it. You will. You just have to believe in yourself. And I feel like I need to hear these words. I needed to remind myself that it's okay to fail. It is okay to be rejected. And it's okay to be scared. It's okay to be scared that it's not gonna go the way you want. But anything worth doing is worth failing, because at least if you failed, you tried. I'm so cheesy. I've seen many motivational videos like this, and I just feel like I need to make one for myself. And if it helps you, that's really awesome, and I feel very accomplished. So I think this is a good place to end the video, and I won't do a would you rather because it's more of a serious video. If you thought that this video was helpful for you, or if you think that somebody else may need to see something like this, go ahead and give it a like and share this video with other people. It may not be helpful. You didn't find it helpful, I find it helpful. That's okay. And if you'd like to see more videos, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. See you later.